Well, hey, how's it going? Okay, so you may have seen my video I did about the collaboration of Death by Audio and Earthquaker Devices Time Shadows 2 and some of the cool sounds that I kind of got out of that, just like in my first sounds video. I did on that a while back. Check the channel for that if you want. But today we're going to actually go through on the LVX and make some emulation sounds, or I'll show you the emulation sounds that I've made for this. Before we get too much further, I just want you to hit like, subscribe, and take a minute to get ready to comment with your likes, dislikes, and all that good jazz. Also know that any of the presets you see here will be available for purchase on our Patreon. They will already be available to our Patreon collaborators already. So without further ado, we can get going. So going to show you 4 of them, and 3 based on the presets from Time Shadows, and then 1 on the live stuff. So let's start with the preset. Preset 1 on Time Shadows gives you this. And my take on that for the LVX. So immediately you hear a difference in the stereo width, and that's because Time Shadows is a mono effect. And LVX, of course, is a stereo effect. And while I could make this like really mono sounding, that's not why I have it. It's probably not why you have it either. So let's, or want it if you don't have it yet. So we're just going to embrace the stereo. We totally are. Let's move on. Here is the 4th preset on Time Shadows. And on the LVX. All right, for this next one, we're going to jump over to the live method here. So I don't know if you all can see where everything is. Filter is set probably at 1 o'clock, time at about, I'd say, 10 o'clock, and the same with span. And we're right there in the middle, and this is this sound. Let's see if I can recreate that here. I mean, the playing, what I played. Just the mix. Nice and detuned. You gotta love that. So, all right, for this next one, we're gonna go back to presets. So, preset 6 on the Time Shadows. and on the LVX. Let's jump dynamics in here. Let's diffuse this bad boy. Let's see what we get. Just throwing some diffusion on there at the very beginning. So I also wanted you all to hear something that I think you've heard me say this before, but when I make a preset, especially if I'm going after a specific thing like the time shadows or a setting on there, I'll be messing around with the parameters on the LVX, and then something will like spark me, and I'll say, oh man, I need to keep that. And this happened on this one here. So I'll show it to you here, and I'll show you here. I have it called ring finger, and what it is where is it? It's the modulation. I put a flanger at very low speed, like the lowest speed it could go, and the feedback as high as it could go without like instantly feeding back, and it kind of gives me this like near feedback kind of thing, and this is what that is. You can kind of hear it already. So hope you enjoyed this one. So a bit unpredictable in where the feedback nearly happens, and I really like that. So I'll tell you right now, here's what we'll do. Yeah, I mean, I'm okay with this. So what you'll see here on, what you will see on the Patreon, if you go over there now, you'll be able to see the, we'll call it the Time Shadows pack, and that will actually include all 5 of the presets. It will be the one that I call Ring Finger that you just heard, that's an original, but based off of my feelings about the time shadow, the filter mode, or time filter, which is preset 6. Where's the rest of them? One called Shadow Tune, which is the live one here. It's the middle setting. One called Time Synth, which is preset, what was that, 5 or 4? What was it? Nope, it was 4, right? Yep, which is the 4th one preset, and then Time Shadow, which is the 1st preset. So all will be available over on the Patreon. I think I mentioned this a bit ago, but if you're a monthly collaborator, you will have already received this for free because it's part of the thing. Well, thank you everybody for being here and for hanging out with me as I went through this. I hope you really enjoyed it. Whether you did or didn't, I'd love to hear about it. And oh yeah, if you haven't checked out our podcast that is recently launched, you can check out the Pedal Collaborative podcast here on YouTube, but also Spotify, anywhere you get your podcasts. You can also check out the website, thepedalcollaborative.com, where you can kind of get a bit of everything. It's kind of like the central launching pad, if you would. So again, thank you. Until next time, peace.